I was 14 when it happened. My childhood crush had wanted to go to the cinema with me, and I said yes, not knowing what she wanted to see. Soon, I came to find out that she took us to see Twilight, a movie that I have heard about from the other people in my classroom, and how they were either Team Taylor or Team Edward, and how both men were beautiful, and I was not. I couldn't do it. I actually told her I was going to see another movie, and this ended up, well, having consequences. Consequence number 1, that didn't work out. Consequence number 2, I never saw the movie. But it's been years later, and finally, I live alone, and I have access to face paint. Which doesn't make any sense right now to you, but at the end of the video it will, so hopefully you watch. Hi, I'm Suvi, and I'm about to do a review of the movie Twilight. Now, I know this is an old movie, it came out in 2008, but I thought, this is my channel, and I do like doing movie reviews. I love films. But I've never seen this. So, why not review one of the highest grossing movies of all time? Well, not the movie itself, but the franchise, which grossed $3.4 billion over the series of movies that they made. Written by Stephanie Meyer, the person who penned this magical beauty of a movie, and the books themselves. She sold the rights to this movie in 2004. It had been in production for a long time, and as soon as opening weekend grossed, they knew they were making money. 30 million made at the box office, opening weekend. These guys knew they had a hit. It was like Harry Potter, but with blood. Except it was shit. Anyway, the movie is so bad that people have panned it. Reviews have been absolutely negative. I'll read you one right now, actually. I think Simon from Rotten Tomatoes says it best when he said, "You've been warned. Original score 0.5 out of 5. I didn't even know they had fucking decimals on Rotten Tomatoes. Who knew? The movie is obviously for its time. I don't know if people still love it or not. I feel like on TikTok people are still harping about this. And yeah, maybe it's not for everyone. But is it a good movie? Is it worth $3.5 billion at the box office? Something more than even Terminator did? And that's a fantastic movie objectively.
No, I can't just leave you.
Well, let's find out. I know that this is a crazy movie. I know there's vampires. I know some people think it's a horror movie, but I don't understand how you can think it's a horror movie when most of the movie is vampires trying to have sex with werewolves. That doesn't sound like a horror movie. That sounds like a joke a drunk person would tell me on a Tuesday after drinking too much in Ireland. I don't think that it's a horror movie. A lot of people went into this thinking it's a horror movie. There are comments saying, I thought this was going to be scary. It's not scary. The only thing scary is how pale everyone looks, which is why I actually have this. Let me give you some context real quick. I sometimes do movie and TV shows reviews, but I do them a bit differently. The last one I did, The Idol, I wore an Elsa wig because the guy from The Idol, he had a rat tail and I couldn't grow one fast enough. That sparked a new series where people like seeing me do things that are part of the script, and I don't know if you've noticed at this point, but I'm not white. I'm not that pale. So I got some face. If that doesn't get you to subscribe, nothing will. So I hope that you do at some point. But hey, if you like it, I guess I'll do the other ones. But this is focusing on the first movie, which I've never seen before. So let's take a look and I'll try and walk you through some of it. The movie also, by the way, has had two effects. One, that it has made people forget that Robert Pattinson is a good actor. I mean, he's a really good actor. He's in this. He's also in Harry Potter. I didn't know that. And two, it almost ruined the vampire genre, but it didn't. So that's great. Let's take a look at this movie.
I'd never given much thought to how I would die. But dying in the place of someone I love.
So that's Bella, our main character. And you may be thinking, holy shit, it's Bambi, not Bella. I was like that at first. I was like, man, I didn't know this was going to be a deer talking. But it's not a deer. It's Bella. She's a lady. She's the main character, Bella. Remember that. Thank you. Did the director of this movie say we need like 8,000 shots of a deer running? Did the director watch Bambi the night before and they were like, no, throw it out. Let's just do Bambi and then have it we'll pretend that it's a vampire movie. What an interesting way to start this movie. It'll come back later, though. If you're wondering what has happened here, it will actually make sense. Is the movie badly directed? I don't know. Let's find out. I really think that the color palette, for one, is very distracting. Personally, I don't like when movies are like so blue or green or yellow that you can't tell anything is happening. Like sometimes they do movies where they film in Mexico and they make it look really yellow. I didn't think Mexico was that yellow. I'm pretty sure if Mexico looked like a normal country, not like it was directly under the sun, I would be able to tell it's Mexico still. If we could stop with the over color grading, that would be great. That was 100 shots of a deer. I think there was even a few shots that they reused. I'm trying to picture myself as a youngish person sitting in the cinema being like, oh, what's happening to the deer? And I'm also going to try, as weird as this sounds, and put myself in the mind of a 14-year-old girl. Is Edward hot? Is the other guy hot? Is Bella hot? Am I gay for Bella as a girl? Yes.
I can't bring myself to regret the decision to leave home. I would miss my loving, erratic, harebrained mother.
It's a very young mother. That mother almost looks like her sister. It looks like Bella is leaving her home for some reason. She also has a cacti in her hand. I'm sorry, a cactus in her hand. Cacti is the plural.
And her new husband.
Guys, come on, I love you both. We got a plane to catch.
But they want to go on the road. So I'm going to spend some time with my dad.
Ah, right, of course. Look, I'll be honest. I cut this movie with a friend like a year ago, and I forgot everything in the movie. It was that forgettable. Like, really. I didn't know that's what happened. Her mom decided I'm gonna be like a YouTuber. Her mom was like, West Side, bitch, I'm leaving. And she leaves with her new husband, her new hubster. And they just leave the kid, the daughter, and she's supposed to be like in high school. What kind of mother is that? Bro, no wonder your daughter's a vampire or whatever the hell. Bro, you suck her life out. At least she could do is suck someone's blood. And other things. Maybe. Movie about vampire starts with planes and cars. You just would never have seen it. You always think of vampire movies in like the 1800s and like Europe and stuff like that. There's like cobblestones, lots of candle-lit things. It's like a moody atmosphere. Now you're like, oh shit, that's a vampire. And even worse, he's flying Delta. That's crazy.
In the state of Washington, my dad's Charlie. He's the chief of police.
What did you say? In the state of Washington, my dad's Charlie? What is he in the other states? Jeff or like Michael? This that's identity fraud, bro. For a cop? Is he really a cop? Oh my god. What's his name? Charlie. Charlie is the dad, the mom. Question mark. Got it.
I used to spend 2 weeks there almost every summer, but it's been years.
So you can see, this is the opening. It does have the very good openings of a book. When I say very good, I mean that I think, personally, the writing sets up for a decent story. If I'm watching this as a young teen who's looking for something to be enthralled by, it sets up someone's life who's like, yeah, I can picture that happening. It's a very plausible thing. And I think it's time I break out this paint because these people are looking like zombies to me. I might have got the wrong movie, huh? What is in this anyway? Oh, literally just black and white, huh? It's not a hate crime. It's a mime.
One of the best things about Charlie, he doesn't hover.
So she calls her dad Charlie at the start, which I'm sure she'll call him dad or daddy at the end. Hopefully not that one. She also says that he doesn't hover, which means he moves around a lot. And he does, because he literally, on the first day he brought her back, he brought 2 people with him. One guy in a wheelchair and Taylor Lautner with some fake ass hair.
Bella, you remember Billy Black.
Charlie here hasn't shut up about it since you told him you were coming.
I'll roll you into the mud.
After I ram you in the ankles. Yeah.
Alright, firstly, that's a better love story. I want to know about Charlie and Bully over here. I want to know how that happened, and he wants to ram him in the ankle. I'm sure if the cameras were off, he'd like to ram him in other places. But secondly, what's going on here is what looks like a young lesbian romance. But it's not. It's actually just Taylor Lautner with some beautiful hair.
Bring it.
Hi, I'm Jacob.
Yeah.
We used to make mud pies when we were little.
Right.
Look, it's seriously distracting having this fucking whatever that is in the background. It looks like a South Park comedy skit in the background while trying to have a serious conversation and then also saying the words, "We used to make mud pies" in the back. To me, that just implies both of you used to wear diapers and shit together. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Oh, this is really hard paint. That's what she said. It's not gonna be good, is it?
Your homecoming present.
This?
Just bought it off Billy here.
I totally rebuilt the engine for you.
This is perfect. He was joking. Oh, sorry.
What the fuck happened? Okay, so after that little play fight and the mud pie comment, it turns out the dad actually has a great present. He bought the car, well, the truck, from Billy, and it's now Bella's, which is awesome. On the way over to open it, I guess she smacks fucking Taylor Lautner on the head. His name's Jacob, by the way. And they left that in. It's just so funny. It's arbitrarily funny. She's just like, oh, sorry. Why'd they leave that scene in? What a weird thing.
Do you want to ride to school or something?
Oh, I go to school on reservation.
Oh, right. That's too bad. It would have been nice to know one person.
Jacob is also, I am just going to say, Native American? Because he goes to school on reservation, and Billy looks Native American. I'm pretty sure I don't know if they say it. They might say it. I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I think that's what they're referring to. So anyway, Jacob doesn't go to her school. Bella is forced to go to school alone, and she doesn't know anyone. By the way, remember the mom decided she's gonna go out and tour the world with her new boo, and that's why she let her daughter leave to go to a new school and everything. The mom is so selfish that all of this could have been avoided if she just stayed at home. This whole saga. Thanks, Mom.
Nice ride.
Thanks.
You're Isabel Swan, the new girl. Hi, I'm Eric, the eyes and ears of this place.
Okay, I want to say something else about this movie. I did not think I was going to say this, but it's pretty diverse. Although the main characters are white and whatever Taylor Lautner is, they got an Asian man who looks like he's straight out of every 2005 punk movie. Thank you for having a little bit of representation. Where's the brown people? You know what I mean? A lot of movies don't have that anymore ever. It's nice. It's really nice to have that in 2008. Thank you.
Anything you need? Tour guide, lunch date, shoulder to cry on?
Oh, and saying that, of course, this could never be her love interest because he's not white. I mean, like, let's be honest. Movies have been that way for a long time, and there's no way that was ever going to happen or change with this. I kind of wish it would. I don't know, if I was doing a movie, maybe an Asian man could marry a black woman. Everything would be fine. There's no story beyond those are just two people in love. It would be cool. I'm just saying. But I guess this story is more about werewolves and vampires, so.
I'm really kind of the more...
That's that guy in the background. That was the same guy in the car. How did he get there? Is that guy... Is he a vampire? Is he a werewolf? I need to know more about that guy.
Here, I'm on the paper and your news, baby, front page.
Please don't have
Whoa,
any sort
whoa,
of...
chillax. No feature.
Okay, I don't know what happened in any of whatever that was, but what it looked like was Bella being one of the emo people. And this might have been a huge benefactor to the emo trend that all of us who were in school at this time had to endure. So shame on you, movie, for making that a thing. Bella is one of those, I'm quiet, I don't like doing this type of people. She's now what I feel they call the main character lady. This is where it began. Anyway, she's now in gym class and she spikes a volleyball onto the back of a guy's head. Hilarious.
I'm sorry. I told them not to let me play.
Oh, wait. No, that's... Whoa! You're, Isabella, right?
Are they playing basketball and volleyball on the same court? Are they playing basketball? What?
Just Bella.
Yeah, hey, I'm Mike. Newton.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
How the fuck does he know her name? He's never seen her before. She came to the school that day. Word gets around so far. That Asian man is so good at his newspaper job. I forgot his name. What's his name? What's this guy's name?
I'm Mike. Newton.
Okay, his name's Newton. Like as in Isaac Newton, and that is Anna Kendrick Lamar. So that's good. I mean, she's awesome and awesome. I forgot she was part of this. Nice to have her there.
She's got a great spike, huh? I'm Jessica, by the way. Hey, you're from Arizona, right?
Yeah.
As a filmmaking person, cutting to her close up just to say that word and then going back to that is really distracting. I wouldn't do that again if I were you, but I'm not you, so. Yeah. That was weird.
Aren't people from Arizona supposed to be, like, really tan?
Maybe that's why they kicked me out.
You're good.
Oh, so they smoke crack in that school, huh? Everyone's laughing at a joke that wasn't that funny, but I guess Bella is now a comedian as well. I'm just waiting till we finally see Edward.
Hey, Mikey, you met my homegirl Bella.
Oh, your homegirl.
Yeah.
My girl.
We're just gonna ignore that harassment that just took place just randomly on a Monday morning. What is up with this school? Not only did he like kiss a girl without her just like smooching on her cheek, he also pulls the chair from Newton. He's like a menace to everyone around him. What a crazy dude.
Smile.
Oh my.
Okay. Sorry, I needed a candid for the feature.
Feature's dead, Angela.
Okay, so all of these people know each other, including the dude who apparently kissed her and then fled the scene. And now she's the front page of a feature on the first day of arriving here, and it's lunchtime? What is up with the school, bro? Why was my school not this exciting? Oh.
It's okay.
I got your back, baby.
Who are they?
Who are you, man? Bella? Get some tan in you. Seriously? Oh yeah, but who are they? It looks like Edward Cullen and his group, the Cullens, are coming into school.
Dr. and Mrs. Cullens' foster kids. They moved down here from Alaska, like, a few years ago. They kind of keep to themselves.
I like it. I like that they said Alaska because they had to make up, like, why they were so pale. That's really good. Alaska. They could have picked someone. They could have picked any place. They picked Alaska. Kept it within America, kind of, and then was still like, well, that makes complete sense as to why they're, like, albino. I give you props, Stephanie Myers.
Like, together. The blonde girl, that's Rosalie, and the big dark-haired guy, Emmett.
Okay, Rosalie, Emmett, not gonna remember any of this. Rosalie and Emmett, both people must be really stupid because they're way too old to still be in high school. Like, she looks like she's 35 and he looks like he's at least 29. So, well, I guess it makes sense since they're in real life 700 years old because vampires live forever. But we don't know this yet.
They're like a thing. I'm not even sure that's legal. Jess, they're not actually related. Yeah, but they live together. It's weird.
Wait, hold up. Are the foster kids fucking? What? What? Okay, so that lady said they're together, but they live in the same house? Ooh, that's freaky. That's freaky deaky. Okay, who's next?
The little dark-haired girl's Alice. She's really weird. And, she's with Jasper, the blonde one who looks like he's in pain.
Okay, Jasper looks like he saw a ghost, which is really bad because the ghost looks like it saw him. Jasper, and I already forgot the lady's name. Michelle? Let's go back and see.
The little dark-haired girl's Alice.
Alice, Jessica, Bella, some other girl, that guy who looks Romanian. I think his name is Roman. I don't know. Jasper. I remember Jasper because his face looks like that Scream painting from that famous thing. I think it was based off of Jasper.
Dr. Cullens like this.
I forgot her name again. I think her name's Alice or something. There's too many people.
Who's he?
It's Edward Cullen. He's totally gorgeous.
Finally, we got EC right here in the party. We got Batman, we got Mickey 17, and he looks angry as he normally does. Edward Cullen in the flesh, but the dead flesh, I might add.
But apparently nobody here is good enough for him. So.
Bella then has an orgasm upon seeing him, which, look, hey, lots of girls had upon seeing him then, and I'll tell you what, Robert Pattinson's renaissance has been that guys now are like, he's attractive. He's a very attractive guy. That dude, raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. She's giving him every signal in the book. I've never seen a girl more attracted upon first meeting someone than Bella, whatever her last name is. Cullens, soon to be, probably. Oh my god, he's looking back at her, and he looks like he's constipated. Now, what was the direction here? What exactly did you tell Robert? Were you like, hey, can you look like you haven't digested fiber in a week? Like that. That's perfect. That's great, guys. Look how white he is, man. They really had to make them that white. Like, could it not? Did they have to make them that white? It's laughable a little bit. I get he's a vampire, but like that white? Okay. He hasn't seen Sun. I get it. The day is moving fast, and they're now into science class. Remember, she's had PE, lunch, and science class. It's a really good day, man.
Jizz in my pants.
Yeah, he jizzes. He fully just jizzed. There's no other explanation for what just happened there. I don't care what the actual canon of this is. 100% doing... That's a jizzing. There is nothing else. And you cannot convince me otherwise. He just jizzed, and now she sits next to him. So she's sitting next to Jizzy Pants over there. Yeah. There's a lot of acting in this movie that is cringy. I think we can agree to that. Robert Pattinson has not spoke exceptionally highly of the film when it was first released.
Did your Twilight experience turn out to be what you expected?
When I read it, it seemed like it was a book that wasn't supposed to be published. If Edward was not a fictional character and you just met him in reality, you know, he's one of those guys who'd be like an axe murderer. I was convinced that Stephanie was convinced she was Bella. And especially when she says, oh, it was based on a dream, and it's like, oh, I had this dream about this really sexy guy, and she just writes this book about it. It's like, this woman is mad.
I think now he's come to be like affectionate towards it. I feel like everyone should enjoy the movie for what it is.
Fans out there just cannot wait to see this. It's very almost heartbreaking because they don't want it to be over.
Yeah.
It's a little bittersweet, isn't it? For them. Yeah.
But when we see scenes like this and someone was like, just, again, act like you haven't dropped a juice in 3 days. What are you supposed to do? How else are you supposed to act? That's not a normal thing for people to do, but he's a vampire. He's doing vampire things. That's a vampire movement. I can't tell if I edited that or that was the actual thing. I genuinely cannot tell. It looks like it's a comedic. They just stare at each other the whole time. Nobody says a word, and then they have a crossfade to a guy barely talking about anything. What a funny scene that is. Man, I just gotta keep painting this. Whoa. I can mime in the streets after this. Alright. I just want to go back and... I watched it again just to see if it actually happened, and yes it did. This man grabbed his books 2 seconds before the bell rang. I thought he was going to make a hasty escape. He actually did wait the whole hour to leave. There's clearly something going on between him and Bella, but nobody knows what it is. Why is he so exasperated by her? Why does it look like she has taken a nuclear fart and he has to hold his breath every time he sees her? Has she done this? Does she smell? Is the smell of Arizona that bad? What has happened here? We need to know. But we don't see what happens because school has finally finished and Bella is now with her dad at the Waffle House or the diner or somewhere where regulars go, and he's eating with his girl.
Yeah, you remember me? I played Santa one year.
Yeah, Waylon, she hasn't had a Christmas here since she was 4.
I bet I made an impression though, didn't I?
Alright, that's disgusting. Waylon, let's not say things like, I played Santa one year, do you remember me? I made an impression. How did it feel when you sat on my lap? He's a police chief officer. You're heading down the path of getting arrested, sir. Waylon, just chill out, dude.
Hey
Hey, baby, so listen, if spring training goes well, we could be moving to Florida.
Please insert $1.25 for an additional 3 minutes.
What the fuck has happened there? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. That scene just escalated to now Bella's at home. She is listening to her mom on the phone. They're talking. And then through the phone, it says to Bella to insert money in order to keep talking to her mom in her cell phone. I think what's happening is the mom's calling from a payphone. In which case, I don't think the payphone would announce that to you. But hey, here we are. It's her mom not even having a cell phone in 2008 to call her baby girl and check on her. We got the worst mom in existence here. I just don't like her.
Mom, where's your cell? Okay, don't laugh. I didn't lose my power cord. It ran away. I miss you.
Oh, baby, I miss you too.
Get another phone! Oh, God. What the I lost my power cord, so I'll never have a phone again? This is like I lost my keys, so I have to get a new house. I hate this mom. This is like the enemy number one in the movie is the mom. I thought she was traveling, by the way. What is this? She's in the mechanic's workshop? Dude, she just took a job as a mechanic to get away from her daughter? How bad is her daughter?
But tell me more about your school. Now, what are the kids like?
Are there any cute guys? They're all very welcoming. Uh-oh. I have homework to do.
So the mom picks up on the fact that Bella might have a crush on someone. She's asking at the mechanic shop with her phone lost, like she gives a shit about Bella's life, but Bella says something that's a bit like suspicious. She's a bit sussy baka. She was like, everyone's really nice, which to her mom means that Bella is indeed crushing on someone. Her mom knows this because she's such a good mom and has the instincts of a mom, but also left her daughter to go somewhere else with her stepdad. Okay, yep, good work.
I'll talk to you later.
Also, that's not how phone works. That you don't hold it like a banana and then talk. It's literally not a banana phone. Nobody's like, yo, man, I'll talk to you later, bro. See you later, bro. What's good, G? What's good, fam? Nobody does that. Sorry.
Okay, I love you. Me too. I plan to confront him and demand to know what his problem was.
So it's the next day. Everyone's at school. Bella's with her shitty truck, and she's listening to music in her headphones that have wires. I remember those. What a cute time. This is gonna be like ancient history. Like our kids are gonna be like, Dad, did they used to have wires? And I'll be like, son, stop talking like that. Jeez. But yes, they did. Those are good days, man. Remember when you used to take it out of your pocket and it was all tangled, and you had to untangle it and it took like 3 hours? Anyway, she's narrating.
Problem was.
You can just talk to her. Sir, yesterday you kissed this woman on the cheek and then ran away like you were guilty, which you were. Day 2, you're throwing red licorice. Firstly, if you're going to throw one of them, throw the black one, it's worse. Secondly, what is wrong with you? What are you throwing licorice at people for? Will your assault never stop, sir? He's just standing outside a van as well. Open van. Looks like a shagmobile. I don't like this guy. I don't know about him.
And the next day, another no-show.
Yeah, so it turns out that every day she goes to class, Edward Cullen isn't there. He's actually turning up into a no-show. This dude hates her so much that he doesn't want to go to school and get an education because of her. And she takes this personally. Meanwhile, this happens. Some poor construction worker has died. That's all I have for you. I don't actually know what this is. This is a pretty unconnected scene so far. So I guess we're going to find out, and the dad is the chief of all police officers, so he will be on the case, I assume. They kept that scene in. That has nothing to do with anything. She just fell, and the director said, I love it. She just slipped on her ass. I wonder if they told her to do that or if it was unscripted. I'm sure someone in the comments can tell me. I'd love to know. Because it feels like that's an unscripted moment. Otherwise, it was fantastic acting, how she just slipped like that. What does it add to the plot, you ask? Fuck all. But she did it, so good pratfall.
I'll probably be late for dinner. I gotta head down to Mason County. Security guard at the Grisham Mill got killed by some kind of animal.
And thanks for the tires.
Yeah.
Odd conversation between dad and daughter. I guess when you're the chief of police, that's what you say. Hello, daughter. Someone got killed. I gotta head down to the thing. And she's like, yo, Thanks for the tires, sweet ride, Chief. And he just replies, yep. And then he goes on about his day, Bella goes on about her day. This dad is awesome. Firstly, he's there for her. Secondly, he got her a new car. Thirdly, he put tires on that bitch. I stand this dad. Charlie is in my good books. Mama Bear in my bad books. I like Charlie.
I was wondering, did you have a date to...
What's up, Arizona, huh? How you liking the rain, girl? Better get used to it, girl.
Will the assault on this woman never stop? Does she have to go into class and then get wet, but not through Edward, by friggin' Isaac over here? Newton? Damn. This dude is making it rain on her and not in the strip club. Also, I just noticed that everyone in the school has a crush on Bella. I mean, who wouldn't? It's Kristen Stewart, great, awesome. But, like, what it's making you do is feel like the protagonist. If you're, like, a girl watching this, you're like, yeah, everyone should have a crush on me, and I get to pick. I pick the person who I'm with. But in reality, is that really the case? Does every single person who meets you fall instantly in love with you? Can they not have platonic friendships in this series? I mean, it would be nice if the guy who is, like, doing the news with her or whatever he does is a platonic friend. Maybe the dude who throws licorice at her doesn't try and kiss her. Maybe Newton, the person who she spiked in the back of the head and got brain damage, maybe he doesn't have to like her. It would be nice if guys actually acted like, you know, decent humans in the movie, but here we are.
Really awesome.
I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to introduce myself last week. I'm Edward Cullen. You're Bella.
Nice. He introduced her as well. That's classy. I do that often. My name is Suvi. Your name is Danielle. No, I'm your Uber driver, and it says on my Uber, my name is Alice. But I like guessing, though, so that's good. Finally, Edward is here after 1 week. It seems to be raining, and he's finally in class. Not only is he over that stench and can hold his breath, he introduces himself, and we get the first dialogue between the two main protagonists.
Ladies first?
You were gone.
Yeah. I was out of town for a couple of days.
Could you act like you're telling the truth a little bit? Or are we gonna get this the whole time? I was outside. Yes. I was outside for 5 days. Camping?
Personal reasons.
Could they maybe not add that stupid ass sound there? You know, you didn't have to have the sound effect off the damn thing moving each time. I don't even know what that is. I forget what it's called, okay? I haven't been to school in a long time. The scope. The scopiope. Can you please not make that sound? Oh, it's gonna bother me.
It's pro-face.
Stop. Okay. Just the Foley on this is crazy. Just add one of these here. Okay. I hope I don't get any packages. The doorman will be crazy. When they ask me to sign, they're gonna be like, are you sure it's you? You look a bit paler than usual. And I'll be like, nope, just doing Twilight.
So you're enjoying the rain?
Said every Englishman ever at any point in time. He is from England. It makes sense. It tracks.
What?
Okay, so let's talk about Kristen Stewart's acting. This movie calls for weird acting, and I don't think that we can go off of this movie to say that people are not good actors. Taylor Lautner has not been called a good actor, but he's actually in a movie called Ridiculous 6, which stars Adam Sandler, and it has a whopping 0%. I happen to not hate the movie. There's a scene that Taylor Lautner is in, and he gets lynched, and then he starts laughing as the rope goes on his neck because he's a dum-dum. And it's so funny that I think that he's a decent actor.
Off through the air with the greatest of ease, that daring young man on the flying trapeze. Yeah!
He also can flip, which is pretty cool. Robert Pattinson, fantastic actor. Kristen Stewart can act. It just feels like this is a tough movie. And they asked her to do every single emotion in one thing right there. That's why she portrayed, I think, 19 different emotions before answering that question. So in this movie, I'm going to try and not judge the people here, but I will say, for a movie itself, it's some terrible acting. But not because of the actors. I think it's more the direction, honestly.
You're asking me about the weather?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really like the rain.
Okay, interesting conversation. What else do you want me to say?
any cold, wet thing. I don't really...
What a visceral reaction to rain. She did like all the emotions that I feel like when you're in your head about things that you do to make yourself look cute or something. Cold? No. I don't like the cold. Ooh.
Anaphase.
You mind if I check?
Sure.
Stop. Please, just pick it up. Okay.
If you hate the cold and the rain so much, why'd you move to the wettest place in the continental U.S.?
I'll kill one of you. I will actually end one of you. I will. Over this stupid stethoscope, bionoscope, fucking whatever scope, microscope thing.
It's complicated. My mom remarried and,
It's over for you, Edward. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you, man. I'm gonna take that stethoscope, microscope, whatever it is, I'm gonna throw it in a bush. Okay, so as Bella has another orgasm, it looks like Edward is playing with the microscope there. But she also explains to Edward sort of her backstory. And it looks like the two are developing some sort of chemistry. Which is funny because they're in biology. And that's a joke that I used to tell at school anyway.
Why didn't you move with your mother and Phil?
Phil's a minor league baseball player. He travels a lot. And my mom stayed home with me, but I knew it made her unhappy, so I stayed with my dad for a while.
There is a lot of, like, really bad audio in this. I don't know if it's my recording. This is the official thing. Like, it sounds hard to hear them at times, doesn't it? What I can gather from this is that Edward is now fully invested in Bella's life. And he even asks about why she didn't just go with the mom. It turns out her stepdad is a minor league baseball player, which means nothing. But the mom actually wanted to go with him and achieve his journey. So the mom left the daughter to try and get with a minor league baseball player. I hope you're getting that money. I hope you're getting that 10-year baseball contract money, Mom, because you left your daughter and now she's having sex with vampires. Do you like that? Do you?
And now you're unhappy.
Also, Bella actually says that she wanted to make the mom happy by doing this. What a selfless teenager, right? They made the movie so protagonist-based that the protagonist is literally the idea of perfection. Every guy who sees her in school drops dead and wants to date her. Her boyfriend is the cutest guy ever in the world. Her boyfriend is Batman. What the luck?
Hey, did you get contacts?
No, it's the fluorescence.
Yeah, we get him walking away forever. She then, like, deflects the convo and asks about his eyes because they look very red. And then he says it's fluorescence, which I don't even know what that means, but then he walks away really fast. Whenever she tries to figure him out, he's like, whoa. So it looks like we're having one of those, I can't stay away from you, but I got to situations. Woohoo, romantic. It is a tough day for this black man over here. I don't actually know his name. I'm gonna call him Darren. Darren over here spent day 1 trying to kiss up on this girl. Day 2, he threw licorice at her. Day 3, he tried to kill her. What a crazy 3 days for Darren. Darren, come on. The only dude of color in this movie, and he has to be a killer. Oh, Darren. Darren. Why would you do it, bro? Why would you do that, Darren? Am I getting, by the way, is this working for you guys? This is okay, right? Cool. Unfortunately, Darren has a mishap and like almost crashes into her from skidding his car way too fast in a parking lot. Firstly, he should go to jail for that. Secondly, Edward, in the nick of time, saves her by pushing his hand into the vehicle. 1, creating a huge dent in the vehicle. 2, Bella, seeing this, realizes Edward Cullen is not who he says he is. He is definitely not the average, typical 17-year-old, 34-year-old.
I already called. They're gonna send somebody else.
Don't stick your head out like you're a puppet. Get out the car. You can get out the other side of the car. You don't have to stick your head out the car of someone you almost killed and be like, sorry, sauce, bro. Get out the car, dude. You're going to jail, probably.
I've got 911
Oh, we got Sir Shits-a-lot over there. Forget his name. I think it was like Jasper. He's looking crazy. He's got the crazy eyes, for real. Jasper looks like he will shit on you. Everyone else seems to be very, very scared for Bella, and they hype her up. There's some metal music or some rock music playing in the background. It's very 2008.
I'm sorry, Bella. I tried to stop.
It sure as hell is not okay.
Dad, it wasn't his fault.
It kind of exactly was his fault, actually. It 100% was his fault. Like 1,000,000% actually, to be honest with you. Literally only was his fault. Unless you want to blame the person who made cars, Henry Ford, it was his fault.
You could have been killed. You understand that?
Yes, but I wasn't, so.
I heard the chief's daughter was here.
Oh, Dr. Cullen.
Oh my god, there's more of them? Yeah, okay. Well, this is the dad. And the dad looks strikingly young. I've heard people call him the daddy of the group as well, and he sure is. Look at this man. What a beautiful specimen right there. Although he looks like he's deathly sick.
Look here. You might experience some post-traumatic stress or disorientation, but your vitals look good. No signs of any head trauma.
Weird way to surmise that information, since you just held up a finger at her. Cool. I guess he was checking to see if she was concussed, but she seems to be in love more.
I'm so sorry, Bella.
Oh my god, get that guy away. He's still there, just talking.
This isn't just about you. It's about all of us.
I think we should take this to my office.
Bella sneaks out of the hospital, and she finds herself embroidered in a situation. There she finds Edward Cullen, that girl that was at the start of the thing. I think it's the mom. I have no idea who she is. And the doctor dad. Daddy, whatever his name is. What is his name, guys? I think... God, I just need the characters. Twilight dad. Carlisle. Carlisle. That's his name. Daddy Carlisle.
You stopped the van.
Well, nobody's gonna believe you. You're not gonna let this go, are you?
No.
Well, then I hope you enjoy disappointment.
Alright, so in a weird twist of events, she talks to her savior, Edward Cullen, and he says no one's gonna believe you, which is almost exclusively used for evil things, but this is for a good thing. Although he doesn't want anyone finding out his secret, that he has super strength. Bella tries to thank him, but he won't have any of it. And he says that you're just not gonna let this go. Later that night, she has dreams. Oh my! Turns out it's not a dream, it's just that dude standing right there. Don't you hate it when you wake up and Robert Pattinson is just standing inches from your bedroom looking angry at you? I did that, but that's good.
That was the first night I dreamt of Edward Cullen.
But it turns out it was all a dream, and just like Biggie Smalls, she dreamt of Edward Cullen. Oh, Biggie, if you could only see me now, you'd probably be thinking, what the fuck are you doing with your face, bro? You got a Tesla sign on your head. Things I do for movie reviews.
Look at you, huh?
Oh my god. Okay, so she's back at school the next day, and Newton has to come and put his fat face in the frame. It was actually like a comedy bit, like she was looking past him and he just appeared in frame and started talking. Ah, this guy.
You're alive!
Weird thing to say when your friend almost dies. You're alive! Can you imagine if someone had like a tumor? Oh, you're alive! That's the weirdest timing, dude. Please stop.
Go to prom?
You should ask Jessica.
Yo, hey guys, come on. We gotta go. Green is what? Good, let's go.
Who the fuck is that guy? I think that's the teacher. They have like one teacher in the school. He does like everything with them. Yo guys, you gotta go, green is good. They couldn't have a better take as well. I don't know if you heard that, but he paused in between. I'll play it back.
Yo, hey guys, come on. We gotta go. Green.
Just everything about that. Saying, hey, yo, guys! As a teacher, is just Jesse Pinkman. Honestly, it's giving Jesse Pinkman. Secondly, Isaac is now the second or third person to try and ask this woman out. He asked her to prom, and he's like, just go out with Jessica. She clearly likes you. And the dude is okay with it. Firstly, Jessica's a great choice. I mean, who wouldn't want to? Secondly, what the hell? Everyone just loves this woman within inches of meeting her. She should switch schools more often. She can have adventures every day.
Now, I'm gonna make a steaming cup of compost tea. Give me that.
Yeah, I wrote down a little note for myself. He now has brain damage. This is canon. So, yeah, grabbing things with two hands as a old person is hilariously brain damage. Gimme that! He's wanted to drink compost and then didn't know what it is after. It's just so good, man. This dude has complete brain damage now. He's actually turned into my favorite character. He had brain damage before, but now he has like super brain damage. He's like the Super Saiyan of brain damage.
This is recycling in its...
This dude didn't even drink it. He just took it and he's like, I'm gonna hold on to this. What a man.
most basic form, guys. Don't drink it! It's for the plants.
Oh, this motherfucker actually tried to drink it? He has serious brain damage. Like, he's got severe problems. They need to take him back into, like, protocol as soon as this movie ends. Wow.
I'm sorry I'm being rude all the time. I just think it's the best way.
Bella, guess who just asked me to prom? I actually totally thought that Mike was gonna ask you.
His name's Mike? I thought his name was Isaac. What's his name? Newton. Oh, God. I don't know their names, dude. His name's Mike? Have I been calling him the wrong name the whole time? Why did I think it was Newton?
Zero weirdness. You guys are great together.
Bella, look. It's a worm. It's a worm.
This is... Just gonna address a few things that have happened. They're walking through some sort of thing. They're going on excursions as like 18-year-olds, which is funny to me. Secondly, I didn't know the guy's name was Mike. I just feel like his name should still be Newton. Maybe his name is Mike Newton, so I'm going to call him Newton anyway. Thirdly, the Asian reporter guy held up a stick with a worm and then said, look, and then he laughed at it. Maybe he has brain damage too. Literally everyone in the class looked at a worm. I am not sure this class doesn't have brain damage, like collectively, including the teacher. Genuinely, I've never seen a more random representation of a class ever than this. This spends so little time developing the other characters that it's almost laughable. And it doesn't even spend time developing the main characters. They're just very moody teens. So I guess it works for its audience, but wow. What a crazy thing to do.
We shouldn't be friends.
I mean, why didn't you just let the van crush me?
You think I regret saving you?
I can see that you do.
You don't know anything.
So then Edward says we shouldn't be friends, and she takes offense to that and is like, you should have just let the van crush me. Very teen thing to say, very 2008 things to say. And then he gets moody on her and he's like, you don't think I like saving you? And then that scene expires. Now they're back at home and they have a conversation, dad and daughter. I just skipped through it. Interesting scene, didn't go anywhere, doesn't matter. Next day, everyone's back at class. My boy still has brain damage. He's got a plaster on his head that looks like the size of a stapler. I'm sorry, a staple gun, actually.
The push, baby. You in?
Should I know what that means?
The Push Beach down on the Twilight res. We're all going tomorrow.
Yeah, there's a big swell coming in. There's whale watching too. Come with us.
All that in the beach? Whale watching, surfing, a bush, all of that. I'm in. Yeah, okay. With the weather that has been happening in this movie, fully rainy, who wouldn't want to go to the beach on a rainy day?
The push, baby. It's La Push.
Oh, it's called a push? I thought it was called a bush.
Edible art? Bella?
So then they steal Spider-Man, and Bella drops one of her various fruits that she has for lunch. I don't know why she has, she's got an amalgamation of fruits there. He props it up, it does like a weird move with his hands, and then Spider-Man light, basically. It's the same scene where Spider-Man catches everything. By the way, that, I think I've said this before, is not CGI. They actually did that in real time. Tobey Maguire really did that. He is my Spider-Man. But he's not my Edward Cullen, so.
I only said it'd be better if we weren't friends, not that I didn't want to be. It means if you were smart, you'd stay away from me.
Okay, well, let's say for argument's sake that I'm not smart.
Doesn't have to be an argument, but we're halfway through the movie, I think. I gotta know. Do you think many cafeterias just have random buffets in the middle? Don't kids, like, do things to them, touch them weirdly? I feel like the food should be behind and sanitized. I just don't trust school. In America, they have metal detectors for obvious reasons that I won't say in this video. And that is absolutely mind-boggling to me. I would care to venture that they just shouldn't put cafeterias out in the open right there, personally. I don't know if they used to or that's the thing, but I really don't like it.
Did you tell me the truth?
No, probably not. I'd rather hear your theories.
I have considered radioactive spiders.
I every now and again look at the extras in the background, and I just happened to catch the extra who looked directly at the camera and then walked off like he didn't. What a fantastic movie this is. It's just all the extras were so involved in this. They were just like, yeah, I'm in Twilight. I'd be very surprised if there was an extra who just showed his random bum to the screen and mooned us. Twilight, new moon.
It's all superhero stuff, right?
Why don't we just come, have fun?
Interesting. I think she invites him to the bush, or the push, or her bush, or her push, or something like that. But she invites him to the beach, and it's a tempting offer. Does he turn up? I don't know. Let's see. They're now at the beach, and I'll tell you what, this looks like the worst beach I've ever seen. Maybe it's because I'm from a place where beaches look good, but this looks like the beginning of a World War II movie. This looks like Normandy, bro.
Bella.
Hi, Jacob.
Finally, my boy Jacob is back in this movie. It's been a while since I've seen Jacob. Hannah's here. I just remembered this scene is one of the funnier ones. Everyone is very scared and I guess they're very cold by the beach. They're looking real... This doesn't look like a beach day, basically. It looks like something you'd stay in your house for. But everyone's at the beach, including Jacob, and everyone decided they're just going to be surfing in this horrible weather.
Her date failed.
What date?
She invited Edward.
How does everyone have red licorice? Is this sponsored by red licorice? Why does everyone have it? Like, is this at their disposal? Jacob just comes up with like some red licorice. Everyone's just eating red licorice in this movie. What is this shit?
To be polite, that's it.
I think it's nice she invited him.
You guys know him?
The Cullens don't come here.
So, Bella talks about inviting Edward Cullen and the other person on Jacob's crew, the random dude who looks like he doesn't want to be in this movie, says that the Cullens don't come here to that beach. And now they have to figure out why. It sort of sets Bella off. She's like, what? I invited him. Why wouldn't they come to the shitty beach? So she walks with Jacob and she talks with him. And they find out that the Cullens and the Jacobs, I don't know his last name, they don't get along too well.
What did your friends mean about, the Cullens don't come here?
You caught that, huh?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
I've been trying to give this movie the benefit of the doubt, you know? I've been trying. I really been trying. But when someone says the words, you caught that, when a dude literally said it to her face, I draw the line, okay? Really?
Hey, I can keep a secret.
Really, it's just like an old scary story. Did you know Culleyards are supposedly descended from wolves?
Culleyards. Culleyard. His name is Jake Culleyard. I gotta get this all in my head in case I watch the others, which I probably won't. But Jacob Culleyard and Edward Cullen. Name's a bit different for our sake, but okay. Apparently, the Culleyards have werewolf blood or tradition in them.
My great-grandfather found them hunting on our land, but they claimed to be something different. We made a treaty with them. They promised to stay off Quileute lands.
So, a long time ago, there was a treaty made because the Culleyards know the secrets of the Cullens, which are that they're vampires and like this. And they would not expose them. They just left their land. So, blackmail. It's been a thing forever. Awesome.
Then we wouldn't expose what they really were.
And just before they figure out what the secret is, some girl screams in the background. But it's not actually a scream. She's just having fun with Newton. I think it's Jessica or something. Fantastic. So we don't actually get the secret just yet. This movie will drag on like a little longer. It's dragging like a nutsack across an unhumble man's face.
Hello?
Hello. Nice jacket.
Oh my god, it's the Santa guy. The guy who was really creepy. I don't care about this. Good work, guys. It looks like he got eradicated by the Cullens, who seem to be killing people. Why are they killing people? Because they need blood to survive. I'm assuming. I can't remember. Anyway, we're now dressing. We're having that dress sequence, that it's me, that pick me sequence, something like that. The girl who doesn't want to be a princess gets transformed and everyone thinks she's beautiful moment of the film. It's fine. It needs to happen. I get it. They should have a boy version of this. The guy who dresses up in hoodies finally gets a suit, and then the other guys hype him up and they're like, I'd suck you off in a second, sir.
But, like, I don't know about the one shoulder thing. You're not really into this, are you?
I actually really just want to go to this bookstore. Yeah, I'll see you in a minute.
Okay.
Good writing, Stephanie. I just really want to go to this bookstore. They should write a character. This is perfect. I love that writing. It's very on the nose. And I know something about on the nose because good work. She just want to go to a bookstore. She's not like the other girls, okay? She's her.
Saw you in the dress store. Hey, where you running to? Oh, there she is.
Don't you hate it when you go to a bookstore and then you leave the bookstore and a group of men start just harassing you because you got the wrong book? What do you get, Harry Potter 3? Ugh, that's my favorite one though.
Get in the car.
Maneuver.
So, a group of drunk boys try and harass our young protagonist Bella for reading a book. She's in trouble yet again. She's in peril. And just at the moment before something expires or transpires into a crazy fight, Edward pulls up in his Volvo. Again, something I love saying about vampires. Edward, he rushes in with his mid-range sedan, and then he says, get in the car, and she does. He doesn't actually attack any of the people because you know that a protagonist, a good guy, a real good boy, doesn't do anything bad, because if he does, he's not a good boy. And Edward is the goodest of boys, so he doesn't attack them. He just drives and he's very angry that they almost hurt Bella.
Can you talk about something else? Distract me so I won't turn around.
You should put your seatbelt on.
Sorry. He just started laughing. Put your seatbelt on. Oh, that was a good one. What else do you want me to do? Full up gas? Okay, bitch. I don't want you here. What a funny thing he did. He also did like a turnaround on his car. Vin Diesel would be so proud. This was like straight out of a Fast and the Furious movie. I love it. Good work, guys. Now they're going to dinner, I think.
You guys, I'm sorry. I just...
Where were you? We left you messages. Yeah, we waited, but we were, like, starving, so we...
Oh, I'm sorry. Other people were at dinner. She's just pulling up at the place that other people were. She went to the bookstore while they were trying out clothes. They finally finished trying out clothes. It only took 4 hours.
I'm sorry I kept Bella from dinner. I think I should make sure Bella gets something to eat.
One mushroom ravioli. Are you sure there isn't anything I can get for you?
No, thank you.
Douchebag. That's the douchebag thing. You don't go to restaurants and one person orders. That's not a thing, dude. At least order an entree. Or as I like to call it, entry? So he just goes and he has dinner with Bella. She gets some soup or something that's really light, you know. They can't have a movie where the girl's like, I'll have 3 rump steaks and then put a sirloin on top of it. I want to eat till my belly ache, bitch. I need that in a movie. But we don't get that. She's a petite girl. The girl gets food and the guy just watches her. Very good, Stephanie. Great writing again. He then makes a sex noise for whatever reason.
You gotta give me some answers.
Yes, no. To get to the other side.
Hilarious. I wish that truck impaled me now. Dude with brain damage, I wish he skidded into me after that.
1.77245.
I don't want to know what the square root of pi is.
You knew that?
He took the time to recite that, to know it in case anybody asked him this question so he could be a smartass with this comment. What an amazing fellow.
So you followed me.
I was trying to keep a distance unless you needed my help, and then I heard what lowlifes were thinking.
You say you heard what they were thinking?
Oh, he slipped up again. This dude slipped up twice. Firstly, he showed her his superhuman strength. Now, he heard what they were thinking. Who are you, Stevie Wonder? How can you do that? Okay, There's some real issues going on here. Being pale is the least of his problems. Bella's onto something.
You read minds.
I can read every mind in this room, apart from yours.
She's the it girl. Oh, wouldn't you just like to be the it girl? You're just sitting in your room and then a sexy vampire bites your neck, but he doesn't draw blood. He just gets you horny.
I don't have the strength.
Don't.
To stay away from you anymore.
He then says a sexy line in the movie. It sexes you up. He says, I don't have the strength to stay away from you. It's almost as good as when Jake Gyllenhaal said, I wish I knew how to quit you, Jack. Oh, is that Jack? I don't actually know. I wish I knew how to quit you, other cowboy. Something like that. Then they drive very fast home.
What is going on?
Wayland Forge was found in a boat out near his place. I just examined the body.
He died?
Okay. So on the way to driving back, they see her dad's car and they pull over and it looks like he's on investigative duty. So they try and like fuck with the crime scene. And then Carlisle comes out, who is not a coroner, but apparently is. So he's at the crime scene. And then he says that I examined the body. And she said he's dead. So I got a bit peeved at that one.
I want you to carry this with you.
I don't know.
It'll give your old man some peace of mind.
My boy Charlie here is probably the best actor in the movie. And he's just giving it his all. He's trying to be a dad in the face-off. My daughter is trying to have sex with a vampire movie. He's still playing a pretty straight cop right there. He gives her some mace because she might need it for the next car that tries to run her over. I don't know if it works on cars, but we'll find out. Maybe Lightning McQueen will actually get his eyes all fucked up. So we'll see. She then does something like in the movie Seven, like the opening, where she looks at something and then all the words go and they flash and she has a realization that Edward is indeed a vampire. It's a very, it's scene. It's a scene that scenes. Like, I feel like this is a parody at this point. Like, you know, you could do a parody video where someone sees the words that and then associates them. It's pretty rudimentary directing, I would say. There's nothing good about this. As a director, this makes me want to not care about this movie. But as a movie itself, it's like, hey, it does its job. What are you gonna do, you know?
You're white and ice cold. You never eat or drink anything. How old are you?
17.
How long have you been 17?
A while.
So that makes it like really weird, right? She figures out that Edward is an old vampire, and then she says the words, how long have you been 17? And he says a while. This is like that same energy from Dazed and Confused when Matthew McConaughey says, I get older, but they just stay the same age. Is that not freakishly weird when you actually think about this man could be 800 years old and trying to bang a 17-year-old? Is that not still, even as a vampire, is that not illegal? I don't.
He's like, what am I doing with this kid? I'm 108 years old.
There's got to be some vampire lore. Something. Got to wait till she's 18,000. Okay.
I know what you are.
Say it out loud.
A bitch.
Then ask me the most basic question.
How old are you?
What do we eat?
You need to see what I look like in the sunlight.
All right, so she figures out he's a vamp. He vamps it up. And he's like, look, I need to show you what I eat. And I'm assuming he eats. So I don't know what happens, but he takes her to a bush. So I really don't know if he's going to eat her. And not in the way that we want her to get eaten as a theater audience. That cannot not be funny. There's no way you can tell me people in the theater were not laughing at the fact that he is a human elevator. That is hilarious. The way that he climbed up really fast and put her on his back like she's a child. That is so funny.
This is what I am.
A diamond? In the rough? Oh, they sparkle. Vampires sparkle. He's a sparkly guy. Man, if a vampire sparkled in the sunlight, Why would you ever stay away from this, dude? Just go in the sunlight more often. What a beautiful thing. By the way, where do they live in Washington that you need to go this far away to find any inch of sunlight? Crazy.
It's like diamonds.
I'm the world's most dangerous camouflage.
Yeah, you know, having no issue, by the way, about sun really makes this much less impactful that he's so pale. Like, the fact that he just sparkles in sunlight makes him fabulous. Nothing more. Like, why is he hiding from this? This is pretty cool. They then do some special effects that make it seem like they just learned how to use Premiere Pro. And he starts like jumping in and out of realms. And he's very fast. And, you know, he's got all that vampire strength and speed. And he can turn into an elevator whenever he wants.
As if you could outrun me!
then he throws a tree at another tree. We already know he has superhuman strength, but he was like, just in case you forgot, guys, I'm gonna throw this tree at a bigger tree.
I don't care.
I've killed people before.
It does not matter.
I wanted to kill you.
I trust you.
It's got the same energy as that Backstreet Boys song. I don't care who you killed, how many people you plan on killing, as long as you fuck me. It's great. Good. Very good. Great work, guys. This is a bad boy. I thought he was a good boy, but he's a bad boy. He's killed people, and she's like, I don't care. I don't care if you kill me. Just fuck me first.
I'm here. I trust you.
My family, we're different from others of our kind. We only hunt animals.
Why did you hate me so much when we met?
Oh, okay. So he is the goodest boy, after all, because it would be such a dilemma if the family were the ones who were killing people. Instead, they're a vampire group that only kills animals. And I guess, when you put it that way, it makes every other vampire a big asshole. Because if vampires could kill animals, then they'd just be like humans. They just like different things than humans do. The blood rather than the meat. Damn. Vampires are dickheads.
I did.
Oh, I love that scene. When your boyfriend is up on a tree. He wants to kiss you. Edward and Bella sitting in a tree. One's Asian squatting and one has to pee.
Only for making me want you so badly. You have to tell me what you're thinking.
Nice, very good. They couldn't take that scene again, but he's got his hands on the moss right there. That was really good. How he put his hands like a bad boy would just push his hand there, but he was like, ooh, ooh. He gave her one of the ooh. I like that.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm only afraid of losing you.
So the lion fell in love with the lamb.
What a stupid lamb.
So the lion fell in love with the lamb. What a stupid lamb. Except we have 10 minutes left. Well, about 40. Then they lay in the sun and he sparkles like a beautiful sparkly guy. Oh man, if only the movie had ended there, right? Ugh. I had to reapply it. I got this from a $2 shop, and it clearly shows. It looks more like I painted my house wrong than anything. But here we go. Let's finish up this review.
About 3 things I was absolutely positive. Edward was a vampire.
Yep, good thing to be positive about since he showed you he was a vampire. Good deduction methods.
Edward was Edward.
That's also a very good thing to... It is him. And she also forgot about the third one. So good, very good.
Vampire was Edward.
Oh, there it is. Vampire was an Edward. So now, these two are the it couple. They're making their relationship known to people. They're the 2 most albino people in the school. If it ain't white, it ain't right.
You know, everybody's staring.
I'm breaking all the rules now anyway. Since I'm going to hell.
Everyone in school is recognizing that these 2 are the new power couple.
How long have you been like this?
Since 1918. That's when Carlisle found me, dying of Spanish influenza.
1918, and it's 2008. So that makes him 108 years old? Wait. 98 years old? Wait. 80? He's old. Okay. I can't do math with my face like this. But what I need to know is that firstly, his dad gave him a smoochie on the neck, which is so cool. Secondly, what? That's like your grandpa getting it on with you. Is this a romantic movie? Go for the werewolf guy. He's the same age as you, dude.
The venom was excruciating, but what Carlisle did was much harder. Not many of us have the restraint to do that.
But didn't he just have to fight?
Why are they sitting there? Do they not have houses and things where they come from? This dude is acting like he smoked crack under a bush in California or something. Every day they go under that bush. At least the dude from Red Hot Chili Peppers made a song called Under the Bridge, not Under the Bush.
Taste, human blood, a sort of frenzy begins. I don't want to be a monster.
Was it other vampires that killed Wayland?
Alright, so he doesn't want to be a bad guy. He doesn't want to be who he is. We have the classic story of the person who is evil not wanting to be evil. We see it in many movies. My favorite movie that this is seen in is The Iron Giant. And if you haven't watched that, please spare yourself some time to do so. It's a fantastic movie. This movie is that, but not good. And it turns out other vampires are really the evil guys because they're killing humans. He's just killing animals like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Can the rest of your family read people's minds like you can?
No, that's just me. Alice can see the future.
I bet she saw me coming.
Allison can see the future? Firstly, objectively, that's better than reading someone's mind, seeing the future, because the only other person who can do that is Disney Channel's Raven. Secondly, saying she saw me coming sounds like you want to date her, dude. Then this dude does like the sickest jump you could ever see. Only Tony Hawk's could jump like that. What a sick jump. Gnarly. Can you not jump on the car that's already wrecked? Like it honestly, 1 or 2 more smacks and this thing is gonna have to be pushed off a cliff. This dude just shows up like an unannounced and he jumps on her car. Can you show up like a normal vampire, please? Then we get that amazing scene, which looks like it's, again, straight out of a comedy. It's so funny. I memed it to hell. This movie is the gift that keeps on giving. I really would watch the rest of the series if it just has more memeable moments. If you guys can tell me if it does have memeable moments, then maybe I will watch it, because this was so funny. But it turns out Edward is finally ready to open up his relationship with Bella to the family, and he brings her home. The family is initially very skeptical of his relationship with Bella, but eventually they come around, and they're pretty nice. Everyone likes the Cullens.
I hope you're hungry.
Yeah, absolutely.
She already ate.
Sorry, Jasper's our newest vegetarian.
Jasper looks like a fucking vegetable more than a vegetarian. Are you sure this guy hasn't been lobotomized or something? He hasn't moved his face the whole movie, and I'm pretty sure he's like 100 constipations.
Pleasure to meet you.
I'll see you soon.
Okay. I'm not scared of you.
So she meets the family, they cook her Italian, they're very nice, and then she says she's not scared of Edward, and then he jumps out of the building with her, and presumably hits a tree. This man is trying so hard to be Spider-Man, it makes me miss Spider-Man. I also miss Doc Ock. He was pretty fun. Now he's climbing trees like Doc Ock! Oh! This movie is just Spider-Man. He's playing the piano. This movie's The Pianist, but worse. Nice. Well played, Edward. Glad we got that musical montage. He can read people's minds. He's handsome. He's tall. He's got a lot of money. He's got a great family. He plays the piano. Did I say that? He can fly. He can climb trees, I'm pretty sure. He's got the power of escalators. And he's white. All the things that you need in order to have a great boyfriend in a movie.
Human.
Yep. that scene exists. Turns out this dude, the dad, Charlie, is on a wild goose hunt, and he's found more human remains. The dog looks so happy to be in that scene that it forgot to sniff, and Charlie could tell just by looking at it that it was human. Even though every other crime that he investigated also is human, he looked very surprised that that also was human. But now we have one of the greatest scenes in this movie ever. People playing football or basketball or something.
You and Cullen, huh? I don't like it.
There it is. There it is. So Newton comes out and he's like, I don't like that you're dating a guy. So he's now a protective older brother. He's wearing an F on his shirt for fucked hard. And the dude behind him shoots a basketball and there is no hoop. That's actually sociopathic, honestly.
I mean, I don't know, he just looks at you like you're something to eat.
They're playing basketball like how a white girl from the suburbs thinks basketball is being meant to play. Like, I've never seen basketball put to film like this before, where there's no hoop and people are just tossing the ball around. They could have done this with a football and it would have passed and everyone would have been like, yeah, it's normal. Having a basketball and doing this is genuinely crazy. This is like playing table tennis without a table. What the hell? You're missing a key ingredient, and that is the hoop. But we have Stephanie Myers is in the scene. Let's see if you can spot her.
Here's your veggie plate, Stephanie.
Did you see it? There's a line dedicated to her. And the fact that she's a vegetarian is also in the script. And she's writing what looks like her next novel. What a great director cameo. I'm sorry, writer cameo. That's Quentin Tarantino-esque of you.
Sorry I'm late. Biology project.
They're still playing basketball outside. In movies, we have different types of lenses. Some lenses are called shallow focus lenses, which that's how you get that blur in the background. It's very cool. It looks very movie-like. And the reason people do that is to direct your focus into one thing. This is how an actual eye works. If you look right now, you're probably looking at the screen or your dog, and whatever you're looking at in over there and over there is out of focus, because that's how an eye works. So a lens is supposed to mirror that. However, they have different lenses. Some have very deep focus. Directors like Steven Spielberg like using it because in the background there is stuff going on. The only other use of the background being in deep focus is when you're doing a comedy parody movie like Airplane or the Naked Gun series, when there's focal things going on in the foreground and in the background there's something funny. This movie's not trying to be that, but it absolutely is that, because the deep focus makes me see the fact that these dudes are playing basketball without a hoop, and that's all I can focus on the whole time.
I ordered you the spinach salad. I hope that's okay.
You should order one for yourself next time.
What are the teams? Who's on whose team, really? How many points are being scored? Is LeBron there? That's all I can focus on. I don't even know what they're saying.
Cut back on the steak.
Hey, I'm as healthy as a horse.
Why are they playing basketball outside of a car park? Why does a diner have curtains? Oh, there's so many questions. You may be thinking this is weird. That's weird.
Say, Chief, boys want to know. Did you find anything down by Queets River today?
This movie's too funny. It's too funny. This is too funny. Whoever directed this, I'm convinced, tried to make a comedy. Having someone say the boys want to know and panning to two of the oldest fossils in humanity is objectively hilarious. Stop. Just stop. I'm going to try to not laugh throughout this movie. And the fucking dudes are still playing basketball in the back. They haven't finished their game.
Yeah, we found a bare human footprint, but it looks like whoever that is headed east, so Kitsap County Sheriff's gonna take over from here.
I just hope they catch him fast.
Random lady at coffee shop. Very, very traumatized by the events. Also, boys at the coffee shop, traumatized. But you know who isn't traumatized? The people playing basketball who don't seem to be worried that there have been a string of deaths in their area. I would hope that one of their basketballs get destroyed in the process.
How's all the baseball stuff going?
Phil's working so hard. We're looking for a house to rent in case things become more permanent.
I'm really liking Forks.
Guy have anything to do with that?
So the mom makes one of her obligatory phone calls to Bella. She's watching her man hit some baseballs, just waiting for that check to clear so she can divorce him and take off. She also checks up on her daughter, and her daughter says, you know what, living with dad isn't that bad. and she thinks that it's because of her new crush. And it might be.
Oh, yeah. Do it. Tell me everything. What is his job? Indie? I bet he's smart. Is he smart?
Not only is he smart, he's there right now. This dude creeps up on you like nobody's business. He's a vamp. Your guy might be a minor league baseball player. I'm surprised they didn't throw the baseball around without a bat there. This guy's a real man. He just turns up in your door when you're not looking. He's in your bed right now.
Mom, can I talk to you later?
Come on, we gotta talk boys. Are you being safe?
That is a weird question. Also, there's a lot of grunting on the phone. Like, if you didn't know that was your daughter and all you heard was like, Mom, you'd think something, right? She does grunt a lot, that moaning grunt. Like a little too much in front of the family for my liking.
How did you get in here?
The window? I like watching you sleep.
Good work, Stephanie. Great line. It's a creepy line, but I guess because he's Edward Cullen, it's okay. Then they do kissy time. That happens. Finally, the movie's almost over. I'm waiting for Jacob to get his kissy time in.
Stop it!
Oh! Yeah, that's usually what happens when a girl gets kissed by a guy. It gets flung against the wall. It's to be expected.
I'm sorry.
You're stronger than I thought.
I wish I could say the same.
For whatever reason, she roasts him as well. I don't know, I guess Bella has some powers of her own, it seems, because she managed to push him against the wall supernaturally. And she also says she wishes he was as powerful as her. What a roast in a moment like this. It gets him to turn away and possibly lose his ding-dong problems. It goes... And then they talk all night because they're pure. This movie, of course, is rated M for that's what this movie is. You don't really get that dirty, sensual stuff. And you know what? I like it. There's 14-year-olds watching this, and only 14-year-olds watching this. I'm glad that they avoided that whole scene. It's raunchy, but they had a kiss. We know what would have happened. We got you.
He wanted to meet you.
All right. Bring him in. Hi, Edward.
Take a son off. That was funny. I like this guy. I really do like this guy. Charlie over here is good. They should replace him with Charlie Sheen for my liking, but it's really funny. He meets Edward and he's not too pleased that Edward is the boyfriend because he's a protective dad. But, you know, Edward is like, hey bruh. And then he warms up eventually.
Bella won't be out too late tonight. She's just gonna play baseball with my family.
Ashton Kutcher here is going crazy, bro. What the hell just happened there? All right, this movie has a fixation with the baseball and basketball without hoops. I don't know if Stephanie Myers is a self-proclaimed enthusiast of sports. Maybe she's watched some of them in her lifetime. But now we have a vampire baseball scene, something I never thought I'd see in humanity. Just a normal anime baseball game. Nothing new here. The score is whatever to whatever. The problem is, nobody can have a baseball game without vampires ruining it. And that is exactly what happens. Daddy Carlisle hits a ball into the stands or something, and then 3 vampires come out of nowhere, and they're the evil ones who've been killing people. Because remember, good vampires suck the blood of animals. Bad vampires kill humans and suck the blood out of them. And we all know that it is a choice, so vampires are dickheads.
We were just passing through. Could you use 3 more players?
Sure. Why not?
I'm the one with the wicked curveball.
Oh, well, I think we can handle that.
He's alive! I thought he was dead this whole time. Ah, Jasper. That's my second. I like this guy. He doesn't look constipated anymore. Finally.
Oh.
You brought a snack.
Okay, so then this scene happens, and my cringe meter went to new heights here. I just appreciate the actors for doing this, because what would have had to have happened was you say action, and then all the actors have to do one of like for like 20-30 minutes. and just do that. And then they're like, we'll add sound effects. We'll make it seem cool.
I can see the game is over. We'll go now.
Edward, I said leave me alone.
So like cats, they face off. The evil leader decides that they're going to not cause any drama today, leaving them to finish their baseball game. In between that time, Bella hates on Edward for reasons that I forget.
It's over. Get out.
Hey.
What am I gonna say to him? I can't hurt him.
Whenever she does that thing with her eyes and stuff, she looks like she's having like a mad headache. Like I feel like she needs paracetamol.
I have to go home.
You're not gonna drive home right now. I just got you back.
Yeah, and you know, if I don't get out now, then I'm just gonna be stuck here like Mom.
Probably the most unnecessary harsh roast in the whole movie. Charlie, who's been a good dad the whole time, even got her new tires and a new car, gets roasted to hell and back by her daughter saying, like, if I don't go, I'm just going to be like Mom, the mom that doesn't live here anymore and is now with a minor league basket baseball player. Damn, Charlie. Who did you like that?
Your father's gonna forgive you.
How is this not Jesus Take the Wheel? Remember that meme, Jesus Take the Wheel? He just comes in and takes the wheel. They got Jesus Take the Wheel in this. All right. She's driving away, trying to get away from everyone, doesn't want to hurt her father, doesn't want to hurt Edward. She's just trying to hurt no one, right, in this movie. But Edward is so fast that he catches up with the car and sticks onto it like a magnet / Jesus.
Why don't you let me drive?
Oh my God, it's so funny. It's way too funny. This movie's a comedy. It's a comedy.
Can you leave the tracker away from here? No, Edward. James knows you would never leave Bella.
So, for whatever reason, it looks like all of the vampires want to eat Bella. The good vampires want to protect Bella. The bad vampires want to eat Bella. And now we have the good vampires protecting Bella from the bad vampires. This is the climax.
Mom, are you there?
Easy for Victoria to find your previous address.
Don't touch her!
Still save her, but you're gonna have to get away from your friends.
So, Bella calls everyone to make sure that she's like protecting everyone. She calls Mama Bear, and turns out Mom gets hijacked by the vampire, who travels really fast across country state lines. I mean, she had to take a plane to get there. This dude literally vampired his way all over there. He must have teleportation, which I didn't know was a vampire thing, but now that I do know it, I'm going to try and get bitten by every vampire possible. I want that skill.
I'd never given much thought to how I would die, but dying in the place of someone I love seems like a good way to go.
So this sets up the final conclusion of the movie. Bella goes to meet the evil vampire. She comes alone because I guess they want her, and to spare her mother, she decides that she's going to sacrifice herself. And she doesn't bring any backup with her because the vampire said he will know if vampires come. She does bring the mace, though, that her dad gave.
Mom, I suck. You do not suck.
Action.
Okay, so she turns up in her old ballet studio, and then she watches her mom and her, and she says the words, "I suck," which is a very funny pun. Good work, Stephanie. As usual, you are killing it. And then she turns around, and the vampire is doing a snuff film because he's recording her, and he's about to... I guess he's about to kill her. I don't actually know what the vampire's intent is. I'm assuming it is that.
That'll break Edward's little heart.
You have... Edward has nothing to do with this!
Guys, oh, his rage will make for more interesting sport.
Remember when people had camcorders? Bro, this movie's so dated. I didn't realize it was that dated. Using technology in movies automatically dates the movie. She has like those old iPods. She had an iPod Shuffle. That was cool. Now they got camcorders. Bruh.
Then his feeble attempt to protect you.
Don't you hate when you spray mace in a guy's eyes and then he flies across the room? She got that light mace. That's the problem. What she needed was an old mace. And I'm not talking about the thing you spray. I'm talking about the medieval weapon. That would have really put a dent in someone's eye. Concussion number 2. Concussion number 3, I guess. Damn, I did not think that the main character was gonna get hurt this bad. Can someone please help her? Finally, we get the scene of saving number 3. Bella gets saved by Edward yet again. Has this movie become formulaic to anyone? Bella gets into trouble, Edward saves her, Bella is happy and rewards him with kisses. Do you know how weird it's gonna be when they turn up for ballet practice on Monday and be like, who tore up the studio? Who did Black Swan that hard? It's gonna be a lot of questions for the ballet studio people.
She's still hemorrhaging us.
And then they kill one of the vampires, which I didn't know you could do, but apparently you can. So Edward takes care of the evil vampire. But the problem is Bella is bleeding out, and she's also been bitten and has vampire poison in her. There's only one thing to do, and Carlisle figures he gotta do it. But it's not him. He gives it to Edward.
You can try to suck the venom out. No, I won't be able to stop. Then find the will to stop. But choose. She only has minutes left.
It's okay. So she's screaming like she's dying / getting that good. And it's time for Edward to see if he can finally resist her. Because the thing is, if he kisses her with his teeth, he will try and suck her blood, which is not good. But now he just has to suck the venom out. Can he stop in time? Or will he actually kill his girlfriend by sucking her to death? Well, let's see. Yeah, that is me when I eat kebabs.
Edward, stop. Her blood is clean. You're killing her.
Edward stops, surprise. I don't know, it's not like a huge scene. He's like, and then he stops and he sucks the venom out successfully, leaving his girlfriend to be recovering and on the way to a better life. He has saved Bella yet again. That's 3 saves to 0. I'm Team Edward.
What happened? You fell, you broke your leg, and you fell down 2 flights of stairs. Went through a window. Yeah, that sounds like me.
As soon as Bella awakes, she gets gaslit by her mother, which just proves that the most evil person in this whole film is the mom, who I think believes this. And so I think it's the worst thing in the world that the mom believed that she fell down 2 flights of stairs and then through a window. That mom needs to be checked. CPS needs to get that mom out of here. Honestly, seriously, wow.
Bella, you gotta go to Jacksonville.
No! What are you talking about? You want me to go away? I can't. No, I can't just leave you.
They could have taken that scene again. That was some trash acting. I'm sorry. I don't really know what else to say at the end of that. I guess anybody could be an actor nowadays, to be honest. I mean, you used to have to go to Juilliard and train and be like, okay, I'm one of the greats. But now it's like, okay, well, I'm playing a vampire lady, so... You don't have to go to Juilliard for that.
You can't leave me.
I'm here.
He then does kissy on her forehead, everything's great, and he loves her so much. Now he waits with the dad, and they finally have a little scene together, which I've been waiting for. I like this. And it's over. It's now prom, and she's completely better, and she's ready to go to dance. Because everyone knows the one thing vampires like more than blood is busting a move on the dance floor. When she comes down, she looks stunning in that blue dress, and Edward looks at her and he is like, I am going to eat you in the way that you want.
Perfect.
You look beautiful.
Thanks. See ya.
How about a so do you? How about that? You look beautiful. So do you, Dad. You look pretty. Pretty good. What about this, man? Charlie has given you everything. That dad deserves everything and more. I think I'm Team Charlie, actually, now that I think about it. She's actually built her relationship with her dad, and that little thing is the relationship builder between the two. They're now homies again, and it turns out she actually does like living there. The movie finally comes to a culmination when she's just outside of prom and Edward goes somewhere.
Bella.
As he goes away, from literally out of nowhere, Jacob shows up and he's wearing a tie, so he really means business now.
Jacob. Hey.
Nice.
Tuck your shirt in, sir.
My dad paid me to come talk to you. $20. He wants you to break up with your boyfriend. He said, we'll be watching you.
How did this get into Team Jacob and Team Edward? His dad paid him $20 to do this? His dad? This doesn't seem like a relationship. I just gotta say, I want to know how it got to Team Jacob and Edward, because it feels like this dude is barely in the movie. So...
Oh, let me help you.
Jacob. Take from here.
What a sassy girl. Turns out, as soon as Jacob picks up Bella, Edward comes back in, and then he sees Jacob, and these two absolutely despise each other. And then with those luscious locks, Jacob walks away.
I leave you alone for 2 minutes, and the wolves descend.
Okay, brain damage Darren is back, and he's got brain damage still, which sucks. And they finally go to the party. I want to know what happened with Jacob. Why is he going back into the bush? Does he live in a bush? What is happening?
I dream about being with you forever.
Forever. And you're ready right now.
Yes.
Wow, what a facial expression that is. Yet again, he looks like he's taking a shit mid-sentence. This should be sponsored by diapers.
But I won't give in. I know what I want.
The movie ends with them dancing in some very, very nice place. And it sort of pans out to a girl who looks very shocked. And I think this sets up for the second movie, because this is indeed a series. Now, at the time of doing this, they didn't know the second movie was going to come out, but the success of this movie made the second movie available and ready for consumption. That is how Twilight ends. And I really want to get this face paint off. So I'm just going to wrap up really fast. I think this movie's a solid 4 out of 10. It's hilarious, and I think that's where the 4 points come from. But if I was watching this as a serious movie, then it's not really that good objectively. However, everyone did their job, and it does appeal to the audience. I can see, like I said at the start, I'm gonna be a 14-year-old girl in terms of my mind, and I could see it. You could definitely go to school and live out a fantasy and think Jimmy is like a vampire and stuff like that. It could happen. I can see where the appeal is. So I think it hit its target demographic. I think for what it is, it's not a bad movie. I wanted to see more Jacob and Edward interaction. I heard so much about those. Maybe it's in the other movies. Maybe I will have to watch another one. But you let me know. Did you like this review? Are you okay with this? It smells for me, so I need to get rid of it. Am I gonna mime on the streets now? Probably not. Thanks for watching this review. I hope to do more soon. And yeah, I'll always be doing these crazy things, so you got me for a while. Take care, guys. On to the next Twilight.
I got phenomenal cream and I do beats wavy like sea. I get it wetter than water. I might just smash on your daughter. I might just trade in the stuff for a Porsche, piping it down like a pauper. Oh.